A nuclear explosion. Nuclear weapons are the most dangerous and powerful weapons ever created. However, there are still people who do not fully understand the danger and do not realize the full potential of this weapon. Quite a lot of videos with nuclear explosions have been recorded. Some of these videos have been officially released and are available for public viewing, but many of them are still classified as state secrets. As for the number of nuclear explosions in history, there is information that more than 2,000 nuclear tests have been conducted worldwide, with most of them taking place during the Cold War between the United States and the USSR. As part of the American Starfish Prime project, on the night of July 9, 1962, a nuclear warhead with a charge of 1.5 megatons was launched using a TOR missile. 9 seconds later, it was detonated at an altitude of 400 kilometers above Johnston Island in the Pacific Ocean, where there is almost no air. The resulting effect was unexpected, an electromagnetic pulse that caused more than 300 streetlights, televisions, radios, and other electrical devices to malfunction in Hawaii, located 1,500 kilometers away from the epicenter. In the sky of the region, a glow could be seen for more than 7 minutes. It was observed and filmed from the islands of Samoa, located 3,200 kilometers away from the epicenter. On July 19, 1957, 5 military personnel and 1 cameraman found themselves at the epicenter of a nuclear test. The footage, which was commissioned by the U.S. government, was meant to show that a nuclear explosion posed no threat. Therefore, all 5 volunteers and the cameraman were without any special protection. The explosion, equivalent to 2 kilotons of TNT, occurred more than 3 kilometers above ground level. The bright light and powerful sound wave frightened the volunteers. In the end, everything seemed fine at first, until all the participants in the experiment were diagnosed with cancer. Another project exploring the potential of nuclear power for civilian purposes was conducted in Nevada. On July 16, 1962, shallow nuclear tests were carried out to determine the feasibility of mining valuable minerals. For this, the explosive device was lowered into a borehole to a depth of 194 meters. The explosion had an equivalent power of 104 kilotons of TNT and raised a dome of earth 90 meters above the desert. More than 11 million tons of soil were ejected as a result. The explosion produced a radioactive cloud that split in half in both trails, at different altitudes, headed towards the Atlantic Ocean, dropping fallout along the way. Of all the nuclear tests conducted by the U.S., this one ranks first in terms of the overall activity of radionuclide fallout. The impact assessment showed that the radioactive fallout from such use would be enormous. Therefore, such tests were no longer conducted in the U.S. In 1965, a brilliant idea was born in the Soviet Union to create around 40 lakes using a nuclear bomb. The nuclear test took place in Kazakhstan on the Semipalatinsk test site. The explosion, equivalent to 140 kilotons of TNT, was sufficient to create a large crater suitable for a lake. As a result, the reservoir had a diameter of 408 meters and a depth of 100 meters. Unfortunately, the scientists overlooked one elementary thing: radiation. Nowadays, Lake Chagan still exists, but it is radioactive and unsuitable for use. In 1961, a B-52 bomber went into a tailspin and crashed in North Carolina. It was carrying 2 nuclear warheads, each with a yield of 3 to 4 megatons, which is 260 times more powerful than the bomb dropped on Hiroshima. This would have been enough to obliterate all of North Carolina and cover Washington, Philadelphia, Baltimore, and New York with a radioactive cloud. Fortunately, one of the 4 safety mechanisms worked and disengaged the warhead, saving America from an inevitable disaster. It should be noted that since the nuclear weapons tests, the U.S. government has paid around $813 million in compensation to those affected. Thank you for watching this video till the end. Please support me by subscribing and liking. It's the best motivation for me to keep creating videos for you.